Howdy folks, welcome to Fishing Lake Country. In this video, we're going to be fishing with hair jigs, okay? Alright, might even have a little bonus catch at the end. Let's go see if we can catch some fish on the hair jig day. The water's cold. It's running anywhere from 42 to 44, depending on what part of the lake you're on as we're moving around. It's been cold at night. Okay, we've had some cold nights down in the 20s. The water temperature's dropped, but usually this time of year we're about 45 degrees, okay? So it's been a little tough. Hair jigs work excellent in cold water. Let's go catch some fish.
Guys, this one was deep. I think he's going to be small. Because when he's deeper, it may fool you. I ain't sure he's going to be a crappie. But I was through at one. There was some below him on the bottom. Yeah, it's a crappie. And I just let it sink on down there. And this one ran for it. He called fair catch and ran for it. I didn't think he's going to be very big. But that's, like I say, right now I'm just trying to find a bigger one. If I don't see a bigger fish on the cast and I'm coming through some smaller fish, I slowed down and give him a chance to grab it. He did. That was on that hair jig. Now, he's going to surprise you guys. I keep saying he's a little one. This is the size you need to keep eat right here. You want to eat some. He's 11 and a half. He's 11 and a half. If you want to keep something to eat, that's a good size. All right, guys, I finally got another one. I done threw it, I bet you 15 more. And there's a lot of small ones here. Now I throw at them some if I don't see any big ones. But I try to throw at the bigger ones that look bigger anyway. Sometimes it's two together for you. I figured this was a decent one. Yeah, he's a nice one. But sometimes there'll be two together and you go like, you throw over there and you see them separate, you go like, they ain't that big. Look, he's growing a mustache. Oh no, that's my hair jig. Alright guys. On this rod I got two hair jigs tied up. I got a fire tiger one I tied. This one's white with that bright yellow. Y'all heard me say it's one of my favorite colors. White. Sometimes I put a little gray on them. Look at that pig. Alright. He's about 1.5 pounds. Let's see what he lays. That's what he feels like he is. He's 14 and a quarter. 14 and a quarter, guys. Alright. So that's two today. Thank you, sir. Fish right there at 15 foot. See that bright shining ball? I just came by him. He's followed me in, is what he done. I hate when they do that. Trying to get y'all some footage when I can. I'm standing in this. Oh, that's not a good cast. See, he's going back the other way now. Up. Up. See, here's the boat, guys. Here's the trolling motor. That's what I was telling you. Somebody asked me the other day about that too. How close do I get them? I like them out there where they're at now. He came in and he heard the spot lock running. He heard trolling motor. When they get too close to the boat, they are very hard to catch because they hear all the noise from the trolling motor. And today it's so windy, I don't have any choice. See the bait come by him right there? And again, here's some under the boat. There's a little one watching. Watch these little ones under the boat. Again, that's a big crappie, guys. That's a 14-inch or better. Now watch these little ones down here. Right there on top of him. He come up and checked it out, didn't he? Yeah. Checked it out, didn't he? I'll play with the little ones sometimes. I finally caught one, guys. I've been in here for a while. I've had a bunch follow me. It was really cold last night. It was like 26 and it was cold. Supposed to be down to 20s again tonight. But it's tough right now, I'm telling you. They follow me, but they won't bite me. And this one here finally hit me. Now, he's not a bad one. He's not a bad one. Excuse me? Yeah, crappie. Guys over here working on a boat hauling at me. There you go. Alright guys, that's on the white and yellow hair jig. Alright. I've thrown a lot of plastic, but the hair jig seems to be the best today. Alright. And look at this crappie right here. That's my bait. See the crappie? Right there. Right there at my bait. I think it's some smaller, guys. There's about 4 right here that's on a little piece of brush. Yeah. I was saying the other day there was I was here the other day in another video, some brush I put down here years ago. It's about gone. And I need to put more down this year. I've got bamboo growing in my backyard that I want to get rid of. I planted it, and it's gotten wild. It's just taken off, and I'm gonna cut a bunch of it down. Thought about doing that today, but I think I'm gonna work on that this week some, and I'm gonna put it in some cinder blocks. I was using cinder blocks last time and putting the bamboo in the cinder blocks, and just put a little bit of cement in the bottom, just enough to help hold it in there, you know. And then I was come here and drop it, because that won't hurt anything. The bamboo won't hurt anything, the cinder blocks won't hurt nothing, right? Oh, this one might have some shoulders on it. Oops. Standing on my baits. I even added another bag. I thought, this ain't a good idea. You got plenty of baits in the way now. But the blue bag, guys, is all my new colors. I'm trying to keep them separated so when I'm digging for something to make a pour to catch with, I know which bag to dig in, if that makes sense. All right. Well, let me reel in just a little bit further. He decided to go under the boat. I'm just holding to him, guys. There he is. Yeah, he does. Just holding to him. I just holding the rod up in there. Now, still throwing a hair jig. Now this is a different color here. These guys on this boathouse hollered at me again. I knew who they are. I know who one of them is after he hollered at me. He fishes bass opens and stuff. He did fish the Bass Elite. I don't know if he's fishing the Bass Elite this year or not. After he hollered at me, I knew who he was. I got over close to him. He said, I know who you are. And I said, yeah, I know who you are now. I get over close to you. A couple guys live around here, guys that fish Bassmaster. All right, 14 1/4. One time it was about 5. I think it's about 3 here now in the area that fish professionally. All right, that's a nice crappie, guys. 14 1/4. All right, now that's on a hair jig. I'm gonna show you the hair jig. And guys, it's been a while since the last fish, and I'm not lying to you. I'm really having a tough time today getting them to hit me. They running from me. I think it's because of the weather. I know y'all can hear the wind. This microphone helps a lot. I got a dead cat on it. But when you see the water chopping like that and little swells coming in, you know around that corner the wind's really bad. And I'm in a place hiding from the wind, guys. I stayed in the same place. As you can see, it's a little calmer back here. And I'm just running in circles right. The only place I've been. And I'm seeing a few fish. There's other places I'd like to go, but I can't from the wind. And I'm not far from home. I'm only probably 1.5 miles from home. This one has, I put a gray Chanel on it, gray body. And it's white with that bright yellow in it. So my theme today is that yellow. Now the reason I went to this one, it's got a little bit heavier head with this wind. And I still have the other one on. The other one's on this rod. I'm sorry, it's on this rod right here. That's the one I was catching the other ones on. It's the same color, except it don't have a body. It don't have the gray part on it, okay? But the white with the yellow, that bright fluorescent, it's called fluorescent yellow. White with that fluorescent yellow, and I told you this the other day. I said sometimes I add gray, and that's what I was talking about. Sometimes I add a gray body, or I add gray deer hair. I'll do a little gray 1/2, this half yellow, and the bottom white. And put white on the bottom. I do that sometimes, and I got silver. You can see the strands in there. It's silver. Okay. But anyway, hair jigs are good in cold water. So I think our video today just gonna be about today, and yet the other day I was using them. I'm just gonna throw some clips together for the last 2 trips. Usually I keep one hair jig tied on one, and I'll throw rubber at them a couple times or plastic at them. If they don't hit, I'll throw the hair jig. The hair jig just has a whole different action in the water, guys. I've had people ask me that on YouTube in the comments, when's the best time to use a hair jig? I got videos about hair jig. If you click on that round symbol with the bass in it, we put a bass to the crappie. My son and I done that when we started. I ought to make go back and change it and put a bass and a crappie in it. Never had thought about it, but we just used a bass because I bass fish too. And you click on that, it'll go to what we call home page. And Across the top, the second word is videos. Click on videos, and it'll give you all the videos I ever made, guys. And I got about 200 on there. And if you just kick through them, you'll see some saying crappie on hair jigs, crappie on hair jigs with fingernail polish on them. Last year in February and March, I made a lot of videos using hair jigs, okay? They're on there. And you get ideas from the color stuff I use. The water will stain then too. We usually have stained water in the spring. It's bad this year because we've had so much rain. And my wife let me know this morning, they're calling for rain Monday, and they're calling for snow Thursday. Now when we get snow, it's a wet snow, the ground gets white, and if it rains, if it snows Thursday, by Friday evening you won't be able to find any of the snow. That's how it snows usually here in the South, guys. It don't last for maybe a day. All right, let me look around here. I don't even see a fish on the scope now, but that's what I'm doing. I'm kicking along. When I find some fish, y'all see I got my spot lock fixed. Hallelujah, thank Jesus. Got it fixed, and that's what I'm doing. I got it back 2 days ago, and I went out yesterday. First time I used it, I had to recalibrate it all, and I caught a 2-pounder yesterday. It's going to be in a video y'all going to see. I made a video yesterday, and I caught a 2-pounder. And on some new baits I made, a new color. So y'all going to see that on the pour to catch I made yesterday. And I set my trolling motor up and everything, and done really fine. Yesterday the wind was bad, but it was supposed to be better today. It was 10 to 15 yesterday, and it wasn't that bad. It was okay. Today it's supposed to be 5 to 10, and it's worse today, I think, than it was yesterday, guys. All right, guys. I was just doing something different here. I haven't been getting any bites, so I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try something different. I had this double rigged up here, and I thought, I'm going to throw this double rig just to see what happens. Bam! Bam! Look what I caught on the double rig. And I thought maybe 2 baits coming by, I'm going to get them excited. You know, and these are natural looking baits too. They got a little bit of gold in them. See here? Gold and black flake. Look at that. And this is about the 3rd cast with it. Look at his tail, guys. Look at that tail split. That's unusual, isn't it? That's a nice crappie, guys. He's 13, 13 and a half. All right, he's 13. A good 13. I'm not gonna keep him out of the water. All right, that bass boat over there, he's the wind's just pushing him, guys. The wind's bad. I'm in the spot here out of the wind, and it's getting colder. Like I said this earlier, it's supposed to get, I think, 25, 26 tonight in that area. It usually gets colder than what they say too. So, and it's almost 3 o'clock. I ain't far from going home here in a little while, so I ain't far from home. The subdivision that I live in, I can see it from here. I can see it up through there, subdivision I live in, as far as I can see up there. So I ain't far from home. That's why I moved to the lake years ago. I've been here 20 years, guys. All right, there's another one. There was 2 together that time, but I thought, let me try something. Maybe 2 baits coming by, I'm getting a little more excited than 1. So that's why I threw it. And people ask me about the 2 rig. I told you I throw it. I have done it before. I made a video with it. Y'all want to check it out if you haven't seen it. And it's fine. You just gotta be careful. Don't let them get tangled up. But it's done good. I've caught fish on it. I caught more white perch than I did anything. And it was in a time when the crappie fishing was a little tough anyway. I just came by one there just now, and he didn't pay any attention to it. So it was 2 in that group, and one of them come after it, and the other one didn't. I love to catch 2 at a time. I caught 2 white perch at a time on it. Now they're about 35 feet out there, so I'm spotting him right here. I just took my other camera down, guys. Right there he is. I just took my other camera down because I can't go in. I thought, well, I'll throw this thing a couple times and let's see what happens. See what I'm doing? I'm sitting there watching him, watching my baits. I can see him. When I'm at the 2 rigs, I got 3 spots I can see. I can see the swivel too. He didn't pay any attention to it. He didn't move, check it out or nothing. All right, I'm rocking here because of that boat. All right, well guys, I'm gonna make a few more casts around here. It's getting colder as the day goes on. Because like I said, it's cold front coming through tonight. I'm gonna make a few more casts here, and then I'm gonna head in.
Hey folks, I caught some fish in it. This is the jig. I actually done start losing some hair. Sometimes as they pull on it and you're fighting them, they actually pull some of the hair off and break it off. So it's getting a little thin. Had just a few more to it. The worst thing you can do, guys, when you tie these is put too much hair on them, okay? The thinner hair works better. What this thing does when you move it in the water, if you'll ever use one, when you move it in the water, the hair will pulsate. When you move it, it shuts, and when you stop it, it opens back up a little bit. It pulsates, kind of like a spinnerbait skirt, okay? Give you an idea. And guys, y'all can tie these. I got videos on how to tie them. They're not hard to tie. All right. For 50, 60 bucks, you can get into this. You know, for 100, you can buy everything you possibly could need to tie a bunch of colors. You got hair. You can buy little kits for $6 with like 6 or 8 different color hairs in them. There you go. I buy those. Still buy those. Then I buy big bucktails. They're like $6 a piece of whites, yellows, whatever. And this fresh yellow came in the little packs. It'll last a long time. The little pack. You'll tie a bunch of jigs off of them. The most expensive thing is the vise, and you can buy a cheaper vise. But buy a vise that has a little lever that locks down, guys, instead of twist ones. It's a lot faster. But that's white with yellow, fluorescent yellow. That's all it is. You can use any color through. I use red. I use chartreuse sometimes. All right? That worked really good, and this is one of my favorite ones. Sometimes I add a little gray on it, or a little black. All right? Now, this one I did add the gray. Now, I was throwing it on this Fenwick rod. This rod, I got a Shimano reel on it. This rod's a 6.5 foot Fenwick Eagle. It's not a real expensive rod. It's around $50, but it's a nice rod. It's light action. The white rods I use, white and black ones, are Denelli's. I bought one, and I went back to the bait shop and took some baits with me. And I know the owner of the shop. I go in there all the time. And we got talking about some baits. I went trucking up my baits. He said, yeah, I'd like to have some of them. He dug through them and made a pile. He said, how much you want for them? I trade you for another Denelli rod. He said, okay, I'll trade you. So I got another Denelli rod, all right? And I like those Denellis. They're really good. They're light action, moderate action. Light action with a moderate action. I said that the right way, I think. Anyway, this one has a feather, all right? It has just a little bit of white bucktail, and then it's the fluorescent, and it's got silver flake. But I put a gray body on it, okay? Just like this snail is just like a yarn. It's a real fine yarn. Some of y'all that have been around yarn. And it's a little fuzzier maybe. And you just wrap it on there, and then you get to the end here. I got chartreuse thread. You get to the end, you just tie it. Then you have this stuff called head cement. If you watch my video on how to tie a jig, you'll see it. You just put a drop of that or super glue on it. Bam, you're there. Y'all can do this. It's not hard to do, guys. If I learned to do it, y'all can do it. All right? And this worked really good. But my theme I was trying to stay to was white and fluorescent, okay? And I'm going to make some more videos using the jigs. I made some last year. The hair jigs, feather jigs, Malibu. You can use Malibu. That's what that is. With the feather, it's just a Malibu. It's a turkey feather, guys. If you read the pack most time, it says turkey feathers, okay? And it's the inner feathers, the down feathers, right? Also, craft hair works good, all right? But we caught some fish, guys. That's the main thing. They work good in cold. I get asked this all the time on YouTube comments when I run into people. When all hair jigs get the best? I think they're good year-round. But they're really good in cold water because, like I said, they pulsate. Every time you move it, it shuts, and every time you slow it down, it opens up. So it gives a little bit of action. It's not like a tail that flops. It's a subtle action, and sometimes in cold water, that's what you need. And guys, there's all colors in the world. I tie all colors, but I'm telling you right now, if you're just going to get into tying, the white, yellow, white grays, white black, white little chartreuse, hard to beat, okay? White blue, stuff like that's a good way to start. Because once you use them, catch fish on them, you're sold. All right, guys, appreciate you. I caught a couple nice fish. Like I say, right now the water's cold. It's a little tough. We're going through these cold nights and stuff, but it's going to get better. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank y'all for subscribing. Appreciate you. Channel's growing. That's what it's all about. Hit the like button. It helps us too, guys. Hey, Wednesdays, fun videos. Sundays, more to catch. Just remind you. And now we're using a number generator. Okay? See you next time. Fishing Lake Country, guys. See ya.